Welcome out, ladies and gentlemen, to this RGL Highlander Season 9 matchup, Week 3. We got Run It Back versus Somebody Help. I am Zagron with Godfather by my side and Dolphin behind the cam, as always. Godfather, how are you doing today?
Doing really well, thank you for asking. This is kind of a special one for me. It is, well, if this cast were happening tomorrow, it'd be 1 year since my first RGL cast, and it was with you last year on the 22nd on Lakeside, and here we are tonight. So this
It
is a
was
special one.
a special anniversary on that one year. Do you remember what match that was? What game?
That was week 2 of season 6, and I believe Hood Naruto took the win on Lakeside. Don't know who they were playing, but there you go.
There
A
you
little bit of
go.
history here for tonight.
Yep, but we will be zoning in on this matchup. We got Run It Back versus Somebody Help today. On PL Swiftwater will be our Week 3 matchups going on across the league at the same time. For this one, we got two 1-1 teams in the middle of the table. Somebody Help and Run It Back are both looking to get those final two playoff spots. They're as expected, 2-0 starts at the top of the table. We have Don't Press Tab and Man Crush Monday. Those two are likely going to take the top two spots. Somebody Help did manage to take a surprise round against Man Crush Monday last week, so that might speak a bit to their strength right now. They sit at 1-1, but they are in third place due to that extra match point that they got, so they'll be looking to continue to try and extend their lead over all the middle table teams. Run It Back, one clean win, and the most recent match, they dropped around to, I think it was Yi Yi, which that could also speak to their side of the strength, where they're maybe a bit more towards the lower end of the mid-table teams. So if they want to climb back up in the rankings, they're going to need some points tonight.
Absolutely, and surprisingly, teams are starting to ready up a little bit, quote, early. So let's take an opportunity to run through these rosters, which are up on screen right now. Run It Back. We'll have Rebel on Scout, Poseidon on Soldier, Charizard on Pyro, KJ is the demo. Dolphin just took away the rosters for me.
You gotta have the dock on your monitor.
Yeah, I do have the dock up now. It's Shock on Heavy, Grin on Engie, TJ on Medic, Arbiter is the Sniper, and Zero on Spy. Why don't you go through Somebody Help for us?
Yep, on Somebody Help, we're gonna have BFFL on Scout or Biffle, Sunny on Soldier, American on Pyro, Country Toad on Demoman, Caboose on Heavy, Wymeo on Engineer, Fleeble on Medic, Timeless on Sniper, and Emily on Spy.
Should be a good one here, and I've heard from Dolphin we will be getting started soon. So anybody to really look out for in this matchup, and then if you have one, a prediction for the winner of this match.
I'm gonna say look up for the pick classes of Somebody Help. We've seen Emily and Timeless come out with really strong performances so far, and I do think that Somebody Help are the favored team in this match. Not just because we've seen stronger performances from them so far, because the Penguins core is historically just better on payload than Koth, and considering they had a good Koth performance last week, I feel like this team might be a bit of a sleeper strong team coming into Invite so far. So their pick classes, and I think their combo is also gonna have a lot of really good play coming across.
We will wait and see, but it sounds like we're readying up. So, do you have a prediction for us? Doesn't have to be a score.
Yeah, I predict Somebody Help is going to take this one. I think it's going to be 2-0, this is what my gut says, but Run It Back, they could come out and surprise some people. For those of you who aren't familiar with a lot of Run It Back's players, if you are familiar with the Penguins players, Run It Back is consisting of a lot of teams who've been hovering around low mid invite, maybe some people who took a season in advanced, or I think it was Challenger last season. I think they have like 3 players from the last season. They had a Fat Peter core. I think Rebel was there, Poseidon was there. We have Charizard as well, who was playing in, I think, mid-low invite last season. So definitely players who've played the game before, they have experience. We're just going to see how strong this Run It Back team can get over the course of the season, because there are players coming from a few different teams.
Absolutely, and as we continue in setup time, I was just checking a few weapons. We did see crit chats from the side of Somebody Help early on here, mostly on top of that roof, denying a soldier from taking a ground. And I'm not seeing a flog on the Pyro here from Charizard. Sometimes you see that going into the second push through the connector, so we won't be having the flog. But as these gates start to open, going to be seeing who has the first pick here in this Week 3 matchup. Let's see how this one goes.
Yep. Poseidon's on the direct hit right now. We're going to spam out this gun, but it's not in front of tunnel like some engineers like to aggressively position it, so he's going to jump back into spawn, come back. Chalk's on some crit stickies right now, jumps into the pit as Charizard is the first death. Here's the demo sack with the spy. Not going to get anything. Zero gets knife melted right before he can get the stab, and he will get taken down. But that said, those are just some early sacks. Times 3 on the car. This is a pretty normal start. We do see BFFL contesting a bit, but he will get shotgun down and scattergun by Rebel, so pretty normal first point. We see somebody help, taking their gun, their Uber, backing out through tunnel. Very normal so far.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what Emily's able to do here on Spy. Drop down from their high ground. Right now, just hanging around that tree, I guess, wanting to go for TJ.
Oh,
here's the declo, gets caught though!
I can appreciate
nice
the try,
there.
but if you let your medic drop to that on offense, you don't deserve to win the round.
No, not at all.
But yeah, so that was handled fairly cleanly, and now we're going to get into the meat of the map. This is where Swiftwater really starts. We're going to see already Uber being taken through tunnel right now. Yeah, being taken, both Pyros have most of it on top of each other, but we did see flashes from RunItBack. Because of that, we're going to see American with a lot longer Uber. They get the demo man in as well, and that's a much better defensive Uber from the side of Help, or somebody Help. And that's 3 kills to none going in their favor.
Timeless just stood up 0-0 decloaked, going for the gun. Timeless was there, turns around, hits the clean headshot, it just deletes them, and is starting off the game strong on Sniper. We did see a pick from Arbiter just now, taking out Sunny. No Soldier defensively, watching that flank angle. But right now, as this RunItBack offense begins to try to position, think about what they want to do. There's a stab onto Arbiter, no Sniper offensively. Emily does die for it, but a great opening pick to slow down this push.
Yeah, and we did see RunItBack there immediately rotated tunnels to try and get some picks. Zero gets a chain onto Wymeo and Timeless, and with that there's a bunch of kills coming in for the side of RunItBack, despite they initially had some losses in tunnel, but all those picks coming in, Poseidon as well getting in there, and all of those picks lead to a second capture completely off Uber. Now we see somebody help get theirs up, and they're going to try to run back in with Scout and Heavy. BFL needs to get some cleanup kills. He finds Grin, and they do get Zero. Emily with some counter espionage, and they're going to try and hold a bit longer, but TJ is up full Uber for RunItBack, so all they have to do is push in here. They'd like to save it, but if they do need to use to get second, it'd be fine.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate situation here for somebody. Help getting in there, wasn't able to find too many kills, and especially unable to find that medic or the force. So TJ positioning up in this connector area, have this Uber coming in onto the Pyro right now. Not finding too much. American's going to do his best to stop this as the rest of his combo is getting out. Do see a couple of frags going in favor of this defense, though. TJ getting down to around 60 health, has to be careful in upper. Still has K-Chain Charizard around them, though, as only 3 are down defensively. Now Timeless falling, it's 4 down.
Look at somebody help. Their combo pushed forward into the tunnel, holding the cart side. They're trying to stop it from the reverse end. They just wrapped the offense here, and now they're getting a bunch of cleanup frags. KJR and Charizard going down. We have full combo members on the cart right now. TJ gets cleaned up, as well as Poseidon, Country Toad with those stickies, and that was a super heads-up play by somebody help there to take space.
That is, I think someone just put in chat, the, you know, kiting into tunnel, wrapping around, finding that beautiful play. Zero caps it, though. After such a, you know, a funny kind of wacky and zany play there, to have a spy cap it isn't great for mental, but 315 for 2 points, nothing special, nothing terrible. Watching the Sniper Arbor as he's posting up in the upper, trying to find a shot onto this combo.
Yeah, maybe not the best mental to have that spy cap on you, but in the end, somebody helped got what they wanted. Their combo got back in, they delayed for about 30 to 45 extra seconds, and they're at an Uber advantage right now, 50% Uber ad to work with, holding in that red room or IT, depending on what people know it as. And now they're going to look to get a bit more of aggression here. Their sniper moved in as well, scoping the kind of drop-down angle the offense takes, and the medic will have to cross here, so this sniper silent could be deadly.
Yeah, it's just a question of who is able to find the first pick. But you see Chalk going down, you know, no offensive heavy, not too big of a deal, but there's Arbiter, yep, missing that. Pickle on a 5K right now, Timeless goes in. Oh, yeah, this is, you know, pick classes have found some nice frags, but they're also not staying alive. If we see a sniper able to just post up and keep getting consistent frags, I think that's really going to turn the tide in one team's favor.
Yep, we just see Zero try to tap that card a bit further. The timer on it did get reset, and Uber is forced out here in IT. It's get popped out by either side, both solos onto Demo and Pyro on opposing sides, trying to just push the other team back, and it will be RunItBack who gains control of the room, trying to pop out here, but Shock and Charles are going to go down instantly. Emily as well gets a step onto TJ, and a revolver onto KJR. Great clean.
Gotta watch the cart! Gotta watch the cart! Oh, that scout was very close to getting the cap in.
Zero got the stab onto Fleeble, taking that medic down, and the sapper will kill the gun as well. Tons of casualties on both sides here. In the end, somebody help has retained control of the point, but RunItBack have the numbers and the respawn advantages.
Yeah, losing that engineer to the sniper at the very end defensively, not going to be good. You have that level 1 gun up, but it is not going to be able to do too much work. The positioning, not that great to watch the car at a hole here, so I'm expecting to see a RunItBack cap fairly soon. There's Biffle getting a 7th there onto Poseidon. Zero though, getting, the dead comes in huge! The 5K out of the demo, Biffle finding another for 8, now 9, as this red team is able to find so many frags. Blue is just collapsing. There goes TJ dying late to Emily. Pressing tab here. Biffle's on 9k. We got 2 5ks out of Country Toad and Emily respectively. Only Arbiter picking up 4 right now as he finds one more onto Sunny to really have any momentum here for Blue.
It was a super clean repush with the banner from Somebody Help, and it went nearly perfectly. Unfortunately, we did see Arbiter posted up in those apartments, found the pick onto Fleeble, so now Somebody Help will not have the uber advantage that they'd want. It's fine, though. They still have control of the point, and another sack is not going to go in their favor. More stickies and more gun kills coming in as RunItBack try to collapse onto this cart, but unfortunately their momentum has been completely stalled out. They need to regroup and get Uber up. They just lost 5 players, some respawners coming in. They get Emily on the back end, but yeah, completely stalled out on this point so far.
Emily going down after finding that sniper. That was the 6th kill in their life. These pick classes have been doing a lot of work overall as this Pyro is sitting on cart doing their best, but now Doubleman contesting from IT right now as the entirety of the combo is rotating this direction on the side of Blue. They're going to
on the
cap
cart and ran up and capped it by himself. There was no gun up to stop the scout from doing that, and Rebel with a big play to get that capture for his team off Uber as well. Both meds now going to be on 90%. Reset onto 4th coming out. Zero is distracting Sunny right now. Sunny gets an arrow to save his life and his banner charge, so good on Fleeble for that one. And now we will see the reset come in. Both teams have Uber. Cart's going to move up soon.
Yeah, 627 through 3, not that great. Here's Poseidon jumping in. 2 rockets to jump in, can't find too much damage when he lands. But that Uber being held onto. Yeah, here's looking at a lot of aggression right now from RunItBack, though. They know they got to get this cart moving, and here's the Uber from the defense first, getting forced out. Charizard is stuffing this into oblivion. Biffle has nowhere to go right now. He's eventually going to go down, I think, as he does fall, but KJ dead on the blue team as Chalk falls as well. 2 down in the combo offensively. Got to make some frags happen if this push is going to be worth it. Here's Poseidon jumping in with the gun.
Another banner
the mini
from Sunny.
Sentry.
Sunny with another banner coming out here, so that arrow to save his life from the spy was the key in the end. That banner coming out, allowing them to take space once again. The mini as well from Emily got a ton of, or not Emily, excuse me, from Wymeo got a ton of cleanup as well. So another hold for Somebody Help. They managed to stabilize here, about a 10-15% advantage to work with, and their soldier is still up building another banner.
Yeah, banners definitely will play a role later on here. American getting sniped down there, no Pyro defensively means if this Uber can finally get built up, it's only at 50% offensively compared to the 80%. Yeah, this is not what you want to see from TJ right now. Fleeble's been on top of their game, and that difference in building means they won't have any advantage to work off of as we do see 2 frags in favor of this defense. Sunny did trade out, I believe. Just going to be a question of
forces.
That is such a huge force there from Poseidon on the jump. We've seen him go in, I'd say 3 times on just this point, and 3 times is the charm. Gets that force. Crucial play there from the soldier.
Yep, and they're going to get their spawners up just in time. TJ on 90%. Did build really slow, but it got the Uber ad in the end through some way. So now we're going to see RunItBack trying to walk up here with their combo. They need to take space, though. They do get an early pick. Arbiter with that headshot onto Country Toad means no sticky traps to worry about. They're going to walk up all the way to the fence here before they have to use. Here we go. We got a solo onto KJR, trying to make some space, doing damage. Mini Sentry is still here. Needs to get taken down. There's the pipe. Very few frags have actually gone over. Timeless taken down, and here's the cleanup now. Emily gets one onto Arbiter, so both snipers not alive, but another snipe onto Biffle is going to secure this point for the side of RunItBack. They're going to get the 4th point. I believe this is about an 8:30 time, or maybe 9-minute time. Yeah, 9-minute time through 4. That's kind of average, maybe a little bit below average for Swiftwater so far. RunItBack have a chance to make this into a viable round if they cap this within 1 or 2 pushes.
Fleeble getting an arrow kill, on a 5k. Here's Emily, though, going in for a play. Can't find anything. Pretty isolated and just was surrounded by the blue team. Zero is going to be posing, looking for Sunny right now. Misses the initial stab, and now it's in trouble. Oh, Sunny will end up cleaning this up, but the cart has continued to move forward.
Sunny's
this gun, level 3.
Banner.
Ooh,
I wonder why.
interesting
what's the
play.
reason for that. Either way, we're going to be resetting here onto this point. We see
Chalk the heavy flake heavy. Oh, he almost had. Oh, if he had dropped down just slightly before, or maybe been on Tomislav, he had a 3k there for sure, if not the force. But unsuccessful on that play. Things are going to reset just a little bit, but TJ wants to use this Uber, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, and there was no gun. The gun got rocketed down earlier from main. Here's the Uber out of the side. Paul's right now. Counter from Somebody Help onto Demoman and Pyro. Cart spamming going all across, but all the frags are in favor of Somebody Help. Another banner from Sunny coming out. They're going to get all the cleanup, lose no one in that exchange, and get 4 kills, defend their cart successfully, and keep their medic alive. So another good defense from Somebody Help. That's 1 stall they need. 1 more stall will make this into a very, very good time for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Caboose there, you can see the glitch, well, not glitch, you know, the heavy spot
Yeah,
that he's been walking across the traffic lights, has been using the zero, getting good,
That's fine.
good cart time there. That's important, but Caboose, he's on a 7K right now as he continues to just be raining death from above on this heavy class, throwing that sandwich as well, making sure his medic is nice and healthy, as just waiting to see now, waiting for this Uber, before this next push can come through, but really the cart's pretty darn close. You could get a cap in a couple of sacks.
Yep, we do
Rebel.
see Scout edging it a bit further, stopping that rollback. Chalk gets sniped as well, but there's a lot of spam coming from the side window. Poseidon taking down that gun as well. No sentry gun means you can get on this cart and try to sack it. We know the classic K&D at this point is just a stack cart until it goes in, and that would work at this moment for Run It Back. They do have Uber, so they probably want to exchange with it. They will need to get a bit further. They are going to Poseidon. Yeah, they actually have their heavy fisted, so there's no spy capping. So he's just gonna stand there with the fists of steel out, taking a lot of damage. He's he gets shot into the pit by a body shot. No heavy defending. It means it's just sticky bombs. They're gonna get launched. And here's the Uber coming up the side. They're gonna have to Uber onto cart in response. They have an Uber and a banner going at the same time. Picks getting cleaned up from both sides right now. There's 4 and 3 down respectively. A ton of kills going across Rebel and Poseidon. The flank clash is doing a bunch. TJ, just merely misses, and Rebel's gonna get sorted down by the katana. And it is another hold for somebody help here.
Okay, what I saw in that Uber, the blue Uber came up through that side tunnel, came up and had the high ground offensively. You would think, that's great, here's Zero going for another attempt to cap this one out. Wait, he just lagged and fell into the cart.
Oh no, he stuttered.
He's 118 ping. Yeah, he's 118 ping. Don't clip that, be kind. But anyway, that Uber comes from up top, and the red Uber was just down below, had that conch going, had the heals going, and in the end, the players from Run It Back just get isolated, picked off one by one. A great team fight from somebody help.
Unironically, Zero lagging into the pit there is super bad for Run It Back because the cart is moving back. It's moved back so much time. He respawn, gets another tap on it, but they lost so much distance from him falling into the pit there. He's going to try and keep tapping it in as a spy's job, but to no avail so far. TJ is only at 60% compared to Fleet was 100.
Rebel might get this. Rebel's going to get it. He has to win the 1v1. Here's Poseidon trying to help it out.
Caboose needs to jump on that.
Caboose is he's got the Brass Beast raining death from above, as mentioned earlier. Now we're going to have this flank push. TJ's at 90% and Fleeble is down. There is almost no way this cap doesn't come through with this next push, and here it's going to be the Demo Man jumps in. You got to stop flashing the pyro. Doing his best. It's a hero play.
Zero gets it in just in time. Chaotic last push all around. Everyone doing the best they could, but in the end we do have the capture. 12:51 time. That Run It Back put on the board. Very good overall for somebody help. All the defenses they had definitely helped elongate that time, and that's a strong first round defense from somebody help.
Shout out to American. He almost had that in the last moments. He was stuffing that pretty darn well, and as a result, well, among other things, as a result, a 12:51 time, not what you want to see here from the side of Run It Back. That's just not a good time on Swiftwater.
Yeah, there's a lot of things they got caught up in where they could have snowballed harder if like one more fight went their way. They had openings to work with, they had fights start out in their favor, but they never were able to quite clean up post well enough to have a good advantage. The one time they did on third and they got completely rolled by a repush banner, just it goes to show like how much a banner can do for you on payload. If you have that banner ready for your repushes, all of your defenses go so easily. And you can do that on offense too. Your soldier can play a bit more passive, bomb a bit less, and play for banner to get in post. And if that's the kind of style you want, then so be it. You can run with it. If not, then you just have to make sure that the picks you do get are ones you're able to capitalize on, and not able to capitalize enough will Run It Back.
Yeah, we'll be seeing these doors open now. We had the crit traps. One of them was on the roof. Here's a soldier jumping forward. Very aggressive so far from somebody help. They want to take this right side high ground, it looks like, as Demo continues to output all that spam. Did not get to check on the pyro. The first to die, though, is Wymeo on the offensive engineer. It's just a kill, doesn't really do anything. This first is, of course, a bit of a throwaway. Zero maybe looking for a play, though, on cart, and he gets timeless for free.
Well, not for free, for his life.
Not for free, but that's still a good
dying,
trade.
though, does slow down the cart, because normally you have your engineer on it, times 3ing it. Now it's just Scout, only times 2. Wymeo going to get back to that cart soon, so a bit.
And Country Toad goes down?
Yeah,
that is not what you want to see.
It's a sack. They're times 3ing the cart, so it's fine.
I suppose you're right. That heavy finding a kill, though, not the usual. American's going to be starting to take space here for somebody help, as Run It Back will retreat to this upper area. Haven't gotten to see if we have the pyro on Flog, but Caboose gets deleted by KJ. Kind of just stood in the doorway a little bit too long there, and it's not going to be Flog.
I think he was trying to back up to upper, and he just couldn't get there in time.
Well, we'll have to see what happens on this next Uber. They are even right now, and Sniper's going to be looking for that opening pick, as always.
The gun for Grin is in the middle, is on their side instead of the middle, which makes it a lot less vulnerable to a spy sap. We see Emily on the Enforcer trying to be able to get that gun down with the Enforcer. Almost killed it. Yeah, but got chased down, getting chased down by Rebel right now. Emily should go down, but the Uber needs to come in just a second. Emily and Biffle will die, and with that Timeless also going down, they've lost 4 pre-Uber. They cannot take this Uber right now. Somebody help. They're down 4 players. They're going to take it anyway with only 5 alive, trying to push through the shutter. They're not going to get there at all. We see Country Toad stuck in and piped down, and I don't know what that was for. They Ubered 5v9.
That was a pretty terrible play, I must say, from Somebody Help. As you mentioned, the number disad initially, you know, insurmountable there. I do like this sentry gun placement though from Grin, playing far safer, as you've mentioned, has that sniper behind him, a little bit of protection for the sniper as well, another thing in the way of a counter snipe onto Arbiter. We'll have to wait and see though if it's going to be too successful. Just watching the gun spamming it down, you know, the classic defense here on second point.
Yep, and we see TJ is building a lot worse than Fleeble. How is he only 65%? Fleeble has. And they know. Somebody help knows. They're going to Uber right in already. It's only 75 for TJ. Good stuff by Charizard, but he will die in the end. Sap goes down on the gun, and RunItBack have no Uber. They're only at 80%. I don't know how they're building so badly, but somebody help are completely taking over this point.
Oh my god! YBO almost guns down the medic there as somehow TJ escapes with a few combo members there. KJ was able to reunite in the chaos. A couple of frags in favor of Somebody Help here, and Fleeble almost died, down to about 13 health there, but will live on about 50% disad now.
But the big story is Fleeble's building is phenomenal. Fleeble always has a massive advantage over TJ and even Uber Snipers. Remember, the Ubers popped off at the same time there, and he got himself a 30% Uber advantage just by building properly. So great play onto Fleeble, and now they're gonna look to push into third here. It's fine that they only have they need 30%. They're waiting for the card to get it further. They do find Arbiter American, that kind of initial scout gets taken down, and they're going to Uber with this advantage on defense, trying to find something, and pipes from KJR are going to take down Country Toad and Fleeble. A great offensive Uber from the defense that RunItBack, turn their disadvantage into an advantage.
Yeah, very aggressive on that play, and it absolutely paid off. You find that med and find plenty of combo kills as well. Waiting to see if Emily's able to make things happen. I think the pick classes, specifically the spies, have been quietly doing a lot of work, and it's up to Emily here to make something happen for the side of Somebody Help. They've done well so far, but with about a 10% disad, there's not going to be any advantage here for Somebody Help unless they find a pick.
Yeah, Zero does go down, so RunItBack not going to have that spy to give communications on what's happening. We do see right now Somebody Help's combo is rotating upper. Looks like they want to go back into apartments. They're not going to... Ooh, they're trying to decide. They have their sniper in the side area in the apartment saying combo going to enter the other way towards IT. It's Fleeble died and is only 7% behind TJ. So that's great. Both teams now on full Uber. We see Somebody Help rotating into IT. Gonna try and get some pressure here. They do have a lot of space to work with, but Arbiter gonna snipe down Timeless. Winning that SVS. Uber coming in into IT. Trades are about even right now. Charizard gonna air blast that one back. Been doing a great job with that so far, as 2 frags have gone over for each side right now. We do see a cart fight going on. Shock versus Biffle, and Shock gonna win that one for the defense. Now that it's post Uber, trying to go and find some kills on either side. Devilman are still trading spam. No one has gone down so far on the combo, but can't quite get the kill.
Fleeble comes in. I thought he was a spy based on positioning. The flank scout comes around and it goes huge. He finds the med kill, and then that is just enough for the rest of the combo to clean up. I honestly thought Rebel was a spy there based on his positioning, but again, the flank scout paying off here on defense, and that'll be even more ad for TJ. But, you know, from what we've seen, Fleeble might be able to outbuild this, even with such a big disad.
Probably at this time, it's 35% disad either way. Somebody help me just sit and build this Uber anyway. This is a good third defense so far from RunItBack, all the way from their aggressive Uber that bought them their stabilization. So right now their time 7:20 on the clock. It's still hard to do, but at least they have footing to do with. A couple more defenses on this point, and the next one, and they'll be in good shape here. A lot of sticky kill going on. Fleeble died.
KJ! Oh my lord, he's dominating, I think, the entirety of Somebody Help's combo right now, which is not something you ever see him. That means TJ will have this full Uber ad to work with. So props to
really
KJ.
Weird from Somebody Help. They don't have Uber, and they just funneled into IT, no way out, and they just got demolished by those explosives out of KJR, and now they have a good position to defend here. Still have full Uber, got the level 3 gun. Cart is all the way back in choke. Emily gonna trade 1-for-1. That's pretty good, getting that demo man down. So now they can push the cart a bit further. Right now, somebody help try and stack on the cart, get some time on it. As long as that medic doesn't die, this is a good play.
Absolutely, you need to keep the med alive here, and I know for a fact Zero is lurking. Here comes Zero!
Oh, he misses the stab!
Barely missing the stab. I think that might have come down to just a bit of lag on the part of Zero. He's about 50 ping right now. Will go down. Chalk dying as well as the gun. 4 down right now defensively. Somebody help! They need to capitalize on this.
Yeah, they're looking to keep pushing through this numbers advantage. Charizard and Rebel going to go down as well. Hitscan taking them down. Arbiter finds a counter kill onto Country Toad, but Uber was popped by TJ, sold onto KJR, and they can't defend. I don't know why they popped that Uber, if that was a force or not. Maybe it was. TJ isn't healing right now, so maybe he took some damage, and with that they forced with no one alive, and they had the point taken from them. We see now Banner Sunny wears off. It was a conch. They're going to get forward positioning on fourth here, trying to snowball.
Yeah, here comes Sunny as well, jumping forward, but he's getting stuffed in the air. I believe that was an air shot. He'll go down eventually. Chalk dying on the other side of things. There goes Poseidon and Charizard, both dead. KJ getting low enough to finally fall to a body shot from Timeless on the 6K right now. Offensively, looks like somebody help is finally getting into the rhythm after being kind of stumped on that second point. It was, what, about 5-6 minutes to through 2? Or remaining.
No, they got 2 really fast. From the third point on, that took them 3 pushes, but other than that, after now, they've gotten a really good rhythm going. They're in position here to take this round. They have 4th captured already. 5 minutes to take last is a very good benchmark for somebody help right now. They're just getting some collapse kills. KJR dying late. That is not good. Emily with that stab. Crucial. No Sticky's going to be able to get set up in lobby. And now somebody help looking to build up Uber and do one final push. TJ is going to have, so that's a bright side for RunItBack, but they have a long defense ahead of them.
Emily's getting ready in position. Oh, I thought that was going to end up being a decloak. I don't know if TJ felt it. Doesn't look like it,
Engineer
but now
it's
going to get that engine here. And I was going to mention Grin earlier. Kind of just walked forward and put a sentry gun down in front of Caboose, which immediately got destroyed. But now this cart getting fairly close to the end. 2 going down. Offensively, though, no Demo Man. Got to be careful here. Caboose trying to gun down Shock, who's up top and on fire. Will finally die to that afterburn. 2 kills found by American in that regard. Cart pretty close, it's around those barrels, so with 4:30 remaining, I'm expecting a somebody help cap here.
A perfect play by somebody help. They edge the cart forward, get some trade kills while their medic stays alive and builds that Uber. They're waiting for their last few respawns, going to get forward and make this push happen. They do have 100%. We see Spy walking in. Zero trying to find this pick. He needs this drop to give his team a big lead here. Going to try and go through the shutter. Only going to find Caboose. Still a pretty good pick. Now we see the rest of somebody help finding through the left hallway.
On the other side! Grin going down to Emily. That's going to be another good one, though, as long as somebody helps in position to capitalize.
Zero forced them in lobby. Zero forced them early, so this Uber is not very good, and now we're in a pause of all times.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, no,
but
just server lag.
Just server lag. Here's the Uber exchange back on the right side of things. This Pyro going to be doing their best to stuff it. So far, successfully as well. Emily did go down. Zero on the other side. It's just Sunny, the differential kill here. No offensive soldier, but going to be respawning in a second. And we see Rebel goes forward, and Timeless domes Rebel. That is some that's a really good sniper play there. Here's the push though onto cart.
Ooh, nice snipe again from Timeless onto KJR. No stickies means they can keep sacking on it. Wino getting some more cart time. That's perfectly fine. Arbor gonna shut down Timeless, get a 5K of his own here. Emily now gonna decloak on this cart in just a second. More time. Blocked from the Heavy's point of view. The Heavy has to drop down. Is gonna finally stop that with the fist. Chalk gonna get that kill onto Zero. So good play so far, getting that cart further up. Fleeble is on 90% to TJ 75. I'm not sure what the Ubers look like at the start because of that server lag. I didn't see how fast RIP had to pop, but they will be able to get this defense off. They will have Uber by the time somebody help wants to walk in.
Yeah, they're going to be taking this pretty aggressively, have this Uber popped out early as well. TJ's going to pop back, but the question is, can the Spy get onto cart? Going to be decloaking right now. Does KJ realize it? Does KJ get knocked off here? As the Pyro, oh no, in the fray, everyone gets deleted, kind of what we saw earlier, but still 2 alive. Biffle gonna go for a hero play. He's gonna get it! He gets it done! That is an absolute hero play out of Biffle there to find KJ and the cap. Good half in chat with 2:41 remaining.
Let that be a lesson to Grin. That's why when you don't need to focus anything down with your gun in your own last defense, you don't wrangle it. The scout was able to run at your demo man and 2-shot him, take him off the cart, and get that cap, all because the gun was wrangled at someone deeper into the ramp. So that play gonna be the round winner for somebody help.
Really nice play at the end. Scout with the mechanics, finding the kill. Let's take this opportunity, take a look at the log. Top frag is going to go to Emily, 26, followed by Biffle with 25, and the Heavy with 24. So side of somebody help definitely outfragging the other side here.
Yeah, it was definitely an outclassing. They played better individually, and they also played better as a team. There was a couple points where Run It Back looked like they had something going. That aggressive Uber on third was the big one where, like, you're thinking, wow, this team actually understands what they need to do to keep advantages and keep a lead. So maybe if they keep things going in this way, they'll have a chance to defend that 13-minute time. Didn't turn out that way. They got bested in the end, but at least they showed that they do have what it takes to be in this game. If the first round, if their offense goes a bit better, maybe this time around their defense sets a better tone for their offense. We'll see them in the next round.
Absolutely, and surprisingly, top damage is going to KJ. Well, sorry, not surprisingly, top damage going to KJ, who absolutely popped off, especially in that second half of the first round.
Yeah,
But
Demo on the losing team getting 130 more DPM is pretty
yeah,
big.
that is pretty big. And then Poseidon and Arbiter both putting out a lot of damage, but unable to just win these fights, and as a result, losing the first half here. What else are you looking at in this log?
As a spy player myself, I gotta appreciate Zero's 12 and 32 scoreline. He was sacked for Cartman a lot. The offense was very long, and then a lot of times we saw him get. Some might say he's been unlucky. Some might say it's just bad timing on his part, where he just had kills. Unfortunately, went past or missed them. Either way, maybe he's just feeling like he's not having the best game right now. Probably has a chance to bring it around, do better next round. Shout out to Biffle, a lot of cleanup kills. Caboose 24 and 11. The hit scan for somebody help is doing massive work. Whatever damage they're lacking with Country Toad, they're getting it with everyone else. Sunny 355 DPM. Biffle 300 DPM on scout on payload. You don't see that very often.
No, not at all. I do want to point out someone asked in chat, and then I took a look. It was 3-3 in the SVS, so no one
Pretty
really
weak
showing.
SVS game overall. Not many
Yeah,
being taken.
the spies usually finding those frags before the sniper's able to, and again, these spies, as I mentioned earlier, Zero and Emily. I mean, Emily found 8 and Zero found 5 onto the sniper. Definitely have been putting in work, and Emily with 2 med kills, Zero with 1. They've been a nuisance.
And Emily top fragging the half as well. 26 kills, 1 over Biffle, 2 over Caboose. So Spy getting those frags, 6 engineer kills, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them were when they're on offense. And killing defensive engineer is usually not that easy. Normally, the people spy checking for them. Aside from when they're building their gun, they're always looking behind them. So Emily finding the timings, finding the shots and the stabs. Great job to give her team an edge forward.
Yep, absolutely. We've mentioned Fleeble being definitely building faster, but does have one drop. Not gonna give them too much grief for, because we have seen just absolutely terrific building out of them, and the heals per minute showing that about 100 difference there over
Yeah, about
TJ. Not
70
too
to
bad.
90 more for Fleeble. It's not egregious, but Fleeble's definitely been doing a very good job at building. Let me see. Average time to build for Fleeble is 46 seconds. For TJ, it's 53. So they're
Yeah,
building an
that's the
average
issue.
of 7 seconds faster, which that's a lot. 7 seconds is easily
That's
enough
an
to make a
Uber
push
length.
happen.
That's an Uber length.
Yeah, it's
And
easily
if
enough
you
to
look
make
at
the
the
pushes
stats,
happen.
average Uber from Fleeble is 6.5 and it's 7 from TJ. So you can make a lot happen in 7 seconds in Highlander especially. But hopefully won't be too long before we get readied up. But what else are you seeing in these logs?
Caboose is actually getting more heals than Country Toad, which might be contributing to the DPM difference in Demo Men. We see 22% for Caboose, 15% for Chalk on the counter, 21 for Country Toad, 30 for KJR. So in that regard, that puts the damage disparity into context. I don't know exactly why they're giving Caboose that many heals. Maybe they feel like they want to run a heavy centric playstyle and have Country Toad be more damage support, kind of play with their hit scan. Another thing, Rebel, 5% heals, 1500 heals. PFL has double that, 10%, 3100. So somebody help is playing a lot more hit scan focused with their heavy and scout on beam, while Run It Back are playing Demo Man first. You get your damage, you try to do your best, get in there, and then after that we see what happens.
We did, though, see that scout play. I thought it was a spy. Rebel runs in and finds the kill in IT, so not getting heals doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a different
Overall.
playstyle. You're not taking beam. On something like Koth, that's a big deal where your scout kind of needs to take beam at the highest level of play. If your scout doesn't take beam, your demo man can't have any fun. Here in this regard, we clearly see Country Toad is, even with Rebel not on beam, he's just not getting as many heals because that's just how they're playing. Whether that's a response to their playstyle, we'll have to see. But yeah, both these teams playing their individual styles right now. There's not much similar in how they're actually playing.
For sure. As we continue to wait to have this ready up come through, just for fun, looking at the airshot stats. Suddenly winning that 6-3, and KJ finds one.
Yep, and we've just gotten word that apparently Zero's lag issues have not been resolved. He's still clipping through people on his stab attempts, so we'll be subbing out. We're going to see, looks like they want to get Michaelele into sub for Run It Back, and Michaelele experienced Invite Spy as well, so
We
not
saw
going to
them
be a
last
downgrade
week.
as all.
Yeah, they were doing some. We did see them last week, didn't we? Or was that week 1?
I didn't cast last week, so I wouldn't know.
I will ask Dolphin then and not expect a response because that's a perhaps not is what I'm hearing. But yeah, Micah, as you said, definitely an experienced spy player. Hopefully, will be able to just fit right back in for their team here for Run It Back, and then we can get the second half underway.
Yeah, no matter what, any Invite Spy is going to be better than a Spy who's lagging so badly he's clipping through people. So unfortunate for Zero, night will be over for him, but hopefully he can get those issues fixed and get back on the field for next week. But yeah, so far we're just waiting for that. It's kind of as we expected. Somebody Help are the favored team. They're definitely playing better together and individually. If Run It Back are able to get their pushes together and make sure they understand like where things are going wrong, where they can actually salvage their momentum, they definitely have what it takes to compete here.
Oh, absolutely. There's certainly a path to victory here for Run It Back to come back after that half and have clean pushes, clean holds. I mean, Somebody Help was able to hold off the pushes just barely a few times on a few different points. So if Run It Back's a little bit cleaner in their DM, their focus fire, their team fighting, it is certainly winnable.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the soldier stats here because I want to kind of see what's going on. Both the soldiers have equal DPM, and they're also very close on frags. The thing is, Poseidon has 23 deaths to Sunny's 13. Your soldier's dying almost twice as much, 10 more times.
KD though, KD's 1.2 to 0.08.
The
You're
KD
right,
doesn't matter.
but it's not
about the
it's not
deaths,
as
right?
bad.
And it shows you the playstyle. We see Poseidon's getting all of his damage from sacking. He's sacking in. He has a negative KD, like kills and deaths, right? He's getting assists, that's fine. He's playing sack soldier and getting his damage that way. Sunny's playing with his flank, he's getting banners and he's popping the banners and he's getting his damage in the banner pushes with spam as well. So whether or not you value based on your team plays the sack damage at the big burst more or the poke into banner more is what we're seeing the difference in. I'm of the firm opinion by this point that the banner is the superior way to play Highlander. And you can any soldier players who enjoy gunboats 24/7 can crucify me over that, whatever. If your team is losing post Ubers frequently because the other team has a banner and yours doesn't, then it's just a difference that you could choose to make, but you're not doing
For
that.
sure.
So if you feel like you want to keep playing sack play style, go ahead. If you can find the picks, do it. It's fine. There are soldiers in the past that have made it work. JJ Slim being one of them, who could do either. But if that's what it takes to win is switching banner, we might need to see that adaptation come out soon.
For sure, it definitely has made a difference in the post fights. I will say, I think the entirety of the flank on the side of Run It Back has been playing a bit more. I don't want to say flanky, but we've seen Rebel going behind. We see Poseidon jumping in all the time. There's certainly a bit more. How do I put it? Free form flank fighting from that side.
The Quadra F.
Yes, I was going for a little bit of alliteration, and I think it worked out well. But I think they're taking it just a little bit differently, and if they can make it work in the second half, I'd certainly like to see that.
And we got a new poll up. Will Michaelele save Run It Back? A definite possibility. We could see Micah come in and just frag out, getting tons of stabs. Definitely a thing he's been able to do before an invite. So it's going to be interesting to see how that change affects the rest of the match. But I don't know if there's anything more to talk about, really. We're at a bit of an elongated halftime because of the need for a sub here.
Yeah, for sure. We had the side of Somebody Help readying up, but obviously can't play until we have that substitution coming in. I think we've definitely gone in depth over pretty much everything there is to talk about here. Any predictions on what will happen with the second half and Mike Laley coming in?
I still think it's going to go the same way. I think that Somebody Help is just a stronger team overall, and this is a map that suits them a lot more than Run It Back. So I think they'll be fine here. When your flank's playing freeform, like you mentioned, and like doing their own thing, trying to get frags that way, a map like Asheville suits that a lot better than Swiftwater, where you kind of need to be in time with your team. Your scout on beam helps, your soldier with a banner helps, and both those things involve not freeform flank fighting.
For sure, for sure.
So I
We
just think that
have,
somebody help are in a better situation here.
yeah, I would definitely agree, and we'll see how much of an impact Mike Laley is able to make on the other side of things. But I would agree in that they're not going to be. Maybe they can do a little bit more than zero. Both great spy players, but it's still not going to be that carry that maybe Run It Back needs right now. But we have Mike Laley on the server now, and I'm hearing from Dolphin that it shouldn't be more than a minute before we get ready for this second half. But yeah,
Stalling a minute is my specialty. Let's go.
let's go.
All right, so if we got pregame frags going on, Wymeo getting the kill onto KJR. 30 seconds left to stall.
Yeah, we can always cast this. I'm looking for the sniper to hit a nice air shot, but so far unsuccessful. Timeless winning the pregame SBS once again. The SBS has been fun to watch in the times that we've gotten to see it, but there just hasn't been too much to talk about in that. But we have the ready up sounds going forward. The minute-long stall has been completed. High fives all around. Let's get into the second half.
Yep, Run It Back starting on defense this time. Like I mentioned at the end of the first half, they're able to put up a solid defense game because last round, their defense was around 9-10 minutes, wasn't it? Like, I'm pretty sure it hit the 10-minute mark on the defense. If you're able to put up a 10-minute defense, that lets you know on offense, okay, we need to go at a 10-minute pace. So certain plays, we need to be more aggressive on certain pushes. We have to try to repush. And it's just a lot better of a situation for a lot of teams who may be more inexperienced or more like they're put together this season. And Run It Back is one of those teams that haven't been a core for long. So maybe having the timer on their back will be the motivation they need to make their pushes work. We'll have to see if they're able to think that way as well.
For sure. I'm seeing crit traps, and I'm also seeing Bat's backup defensively. On the banner there is the soldier.
Yep, this time is a banner. That's what I wanted.
Yep, that's what you wanted, and here you're getting it on... Maybe they were listening, Is that cheating? I don't think so. Posting up on this high ground, though, will be the play early on for Poseidon. I'm not seeing a flog either offensively, though. American hasn't really given me an opportunity to check yet.
3, 2, 1.
Yep, and the gates will be dropping just a second. Crit trap's going to be seen and cleared. Time was taking a lot of damage from some spam. That's more banner for Poseidon. First frag goes to Arbiter, taking down the heavy as he's running to the cart. Probably didn't have his fists out in time, and he will get taken out instantly. Here's a sack in, trying to get some damage on. Poseidon's going to get out with that charge, which is very important. Arbiter winning that SBS. Just some bragging rights for the stats right there. It doesn't really matter too much. Country
Chalk.
Sack is done. And we see Engineer in the pit. Last frag coming down. Who's going to claim that one to pad the stats? It is going to be KJR. That's 3 stat pads right away off the sacks. Great job by KJR to keep that DPM number up.
Oh, absolutely. Emily going for a decloak here, but the soldier immediately jumping away, so Emily has to recloak, and Arbiter just keeps going!
Arbiter's 4 headshots on cart means it's not moving anymore. He found American and Biffle, as well as the heavy at the start, so this is big. The cart's stalling so long.
Win it! And it wins it again! He's on 5K!
Wymeo's crouching behind the cart for her life, trying not to die. We see now they're finally backing up. That's a lot of stall that happened on first. Actually, the cart was not moving for the longest time.
Micah wants to go for a play here to Cloaked and crouching their way forward, but this first cap obviously going to come through. It's just a question of, is Fleeble going to be in a nice and easy position to get this frag?
Yep, flank backing out of tunnel right now. Poseidon and Rebel going to be on that front. Now we see somebody help moving into the upper bats. They're trying to get some work done. Emily in there in tunnel as well, calling out. Stick's going to get air blasted off the shutters. Uber exchange is coming through. Pyro in. American trading with Charizard again. Both piles on the wrong end, but it is American that loses that air blast for. Charizard's been super on point with the Uber stuffs today.
Emily finding Poseidon. No banner defensively. That Bat's backup has been very useful. Banners overall, just a terrific utility item there. Michael Laley is still in position behind. I've been watching Michael Laley walk around crouched and cloaked for the opening minute and a bit of this game in American.
You had to draw attention to him. You had to cast a curse the man. Gun goes down. Emily with that enforcer in the back are going to take that one before she gets sacked on by Poseidon. Does her job as spy there to get that gun down. Level 1 back up wrangled, but it's not nearly as powerful. Now we see somebody help. Okay, the building is egregious. It's another 30% advantage for Fleeble, and they trade at the same time.
Yeah, that is just not what you want to see out of TJ. They need to get on their game here as this push will continue to come forward, though. And TJ died. So without that Uber, Country Toad can just roll over everyone, and American picking up 4 for themselves on Pyro. This cart on a roll right now as
Scout sack in. Fleeble behind Caboose. They have to look at why TJ's Uber building is so slow, because that is actually going to lose them so many rounds over the course of the season. Now we see the full wipe from RunItBack, somebody help running forward, spawn camping the shutters. This is going to be a definite third snowball, and that is just an amazing play from Fleeble to get his team that advantage, but that should not be happening to RunItBack at this level.
No, absolutely not. TJ, you know, have to be building better. And Michael Lele is up cloaked on these silos, ready to Batman their way down, hopefully for a frag, waiting to see if this is going to be a successful one. Poseidon goes in, though. The mini sentry will end up stopping them. I'm watching Michael Lele. I don't know if anything else is going to happen, but I really want them to Batman this.
Yep, now we see Fleeble up on the 90% to TJ's 65. Granted, this time TJ was killed at the end of the last fight, so now with this advantage, we're going to see someone help walk forward. They have a pick onto Charizard, and Charizard's been the only thing that's been stuffing Ubers forward and back, and he's dead now, so Uber coming in over the top. Gun down immediately. They're getting some more damage in, trying to find some picks. They do force the opposing team back. Micah and Arbiter going down on the side. We see Emily trying to fight Poseidon. Biffle going to go help out Poseidon. Will get taken down by that Enforcer, and that's another point Snowball can come through, but Uber is out here from RunItBack, trying to push out of the ramp, get some damage. They lose Charizard on the back end as well. Rebel going to take now by the mini. They find Caboose and American, but there's still more damage coming out. Control of the house is had by somebody help. There are people. Emily dropping down, stab onto Arbiter. No sniper to worry about. There's more fights going on the cart end, but the hit scan is in favor of somebody help right now. They have engineer, scout, sniper on the cart. Some country token to regroup with his team, and somebody helps Snowball through fourth again. Yeah,
it was 255 through 3, which is night and day from what we saw in the first half, and now capping out that fourth point. As soon as my HUD fixes itself, it was 410 through 4, a great push. Emily gets caught out there, a little unfortunate. Cage will pipe them down for the frag. But with TJ at, again, about a 20% disad defensively, somebody help us the opportunity to just win this.
Yeah, they're probably not going to get it immediately because they have to actually get the card out. They are going to Uber up fast here onto the ramp. Gun. Charizard here, deflecting this Uber again. Charizard has been so good with the stuffs, but eventually will get taken down. Trades for the gun as well. And there's Arbiter finding the exit site onto Fleeble. And there's RunItBack's hold coming through. They do keep TJ alive this time, even if they did lose 3 players and their gun. So that will be a good stabilization on defense.
I'm watching for Emily here. They need to make a really nice stab. They're going to stay cloaked up, but you have to be careful. No, KJ with the ears. Can hear that decloak right behind them, and we'll find the frag. So it's just going to be a little bit of a reset here for Somebody Help, as they are at a huge decide, have to figure out how they want to take this.
Do the candy, keep sacking on cart. It's the best proven method. Just run it through. 7-man it and have your scout build your medic. And that's what they're going to do, actually. They have 6 on cart right now, trying to get some more time in. They are going to all buy as expected, but cart time is cart time, and cart time is valuable.
It's...
Yeah,
dude, you just called that so freaking hard?
Yeah,
what
that's
the heck?
exactly, that's the play. That's the best thing to do here. Yeah, you also, just 7-man sack and have your scout build med and spawn. It's the best thing to do.
I really hope Grin ends up using this, because there is a teleporter behind blue spawn. Still by second point. I really want to see that.
You put that there for your spy or your scout to make a big flank. I'm not sure if they want to do that now. We see right now Micah is cloaked, calling out this push out, as Fleeble has 100% Uber. They know about it. They're going to look to push here. Somebody help. Need this to go off fast. Here's Micah cloaked in. He might want to go for this med pick or med force soon, but will not go for anything just yet.
I'm still kind of in awe that you just called that exactly as it happens. Well done, as we're ready now for this next fight. Rebel going down. Micah's been cloaked up a lot here. Definitely not going for as extravagant.
Sticks got air blasted onto their players. That almost was disastrous for Somebody Help, but they will catch those in time. Gonna rotate into the middle, trying to force their Chalk and Poseidon have died early. So defensive banner. Health is really bad though.
Oh, he misses it.
Yeah, Micah can't get the stab. Heavy turn just in time. Here's the Uber outside of left lobby right now, trying to get some spam onto the gun. The gun is up top, will eventually go down. Players getting air blast, country token gets sticky down on the cart, and it is a pretty even numbers trade in the end, but more cart time has gone in favor of Somebody Help. Arbiter headshots via Bitful on the back end, so now they're trying to get some entry picks finally on the right side in the post.
The entry on cart though is getting it so close right now. It's getting close to another one of those points where you just sack 7, as you correctly called earlier, as Fleeble is at 54% right now. Did they just get a saw? I thought that just jumped from 20 to 50, but I could be wrong, as Rebel's looking to chase this one down. It will be successful. Rebel on the scout getting that med kill is big. Arbiter on a 68 defensively on Sniper though.
Yeah, so it's a good defense here so far from RunItBack, considering how much of a disaster their first 4 points were. 4 in 4-10 is terrible for the defense on Swiftwater. They've done a nice job holding on last here. They've defended against the sacks. The cart is on the edge, though. It's pretty close. It will be rolling back in like 20 seconds. Stick is on it for now. And now we're going to have somebody help looking to position again here. It doesn't look like they're in position to do the 7-man sack. They're moving their medic up into upper.
Wymio's going to get it! He's going to... Oh, he was so close. Rebel just able to pick him up in time, but now Emily is in position, and Chuck,
gotta stab the heavy.
juicy target.
Chuck needs to look. Chuck, oh, they force!
Oh, they force!
Oh, that is disaster. Okay, TJ, if you have the reaction time to force your Uber on him, can't you just scream spy? And also, Chuck should be spy. You have to trust your teammate with that. That is so... That's not a thing you should have to force your Uber for. If it is round saving, so be it in this point. But that's just a thing that should be defended against, either by Chuck or by someone calling for him.
That was absolutely hilarious. That's probably my favorite moment of the season so far. This last hold so far continuing to hold, though. Emily is again going to be looking for a play, maybe chasing the scout, and successfully doing so, finding that kill onto Rebel, who had the hero play to hold it last time.
Feeble's 10 HP, House Feeble 10, and Feeble will crater. What just Poseidon bombed in and popped Feeble up? So Poseidon's gonna get that drop by himself. Okay, here's the 8-man sack. Now air blasting onto cart. Everyone's dropping down on it now. We see heavy demo mulching people. Tons of damage, and the force is out again from TJ with that advantage now. A lot of cleanup going all around, and that force was successful for somebody help, but they're in a situation where they kind of had to do it after the Poseidon play.
I am in moderate disbelief of the last 2 fights. Like, what? What's going on here? And I think Chad is similarly confused.
Right now.
Yeah, Emily. I've just been like kind of watching what the spies are able to do. Emily's been unsuccessful. Oh my god.
Unfortunate.
Just walks in between 2
Chuck's getting bullied now. A ton of spam on the card. Gonna try to force this fist heavy off. He is getting beam from TJ trying to tank him up, and that will build the Uber faster as well. So doing them a bit of a service with that spam. And the cart is moving back right now. Chalk doing his job defending that one with those metal gloves on.
Yeah, this Fist of Steel play coming in clutch.
And he's gonna
really
leave
just
now,
overall.
just in time.
The cart, look at the cart though, rolled so far back. Why, or excuse me, Bivol should have just walked at
and
it.
Emily going for a combo play here. They're gonna find an engineer, I guess, but it's gonna cost them their lives. So Emily will surf that one out. Oh, will die. Never mind.
Yeah, unable to make it happen there. KJ 8K defensively. As he continues to just output so much damage into this lobby. Looking for a Timeless right now, who's scoped up, looking for the SVS. What we finally see an SVS fight.
Uber is had for some help. They're going to go out of left side here, trying to Uber through the apartments. It is getting stuffed absolutely by Charizard. He's putting these two in a corner. No! They cannot move. Charizard is keeping them here. This is his domain. They will finally surf backwards, but the cleanup is in. Tons of damage coming in across on all sides. They will actually get out. There's so many red health bars for somebody help. There's so much damage being dealt. Emily gets that kill onto TJ though, so Uber ad is going to be in here for Fleeble. Somebody help now have a man dis-ad, but they want to try and get forward with their heals.
And the gun is just going to be a mini sentry from Grin, who's now dropped down onto cart and likely going to die here. Not the play, my friends. As
double
that
Wrangler kill.
Mini. Yeah, double Wrangler kill with the mini sentry from Wymio here. Now we're going to have that spy on cart. Chalk, you got to be shooting at the cart right now. You got to be looking for it, and it will. Caboose and Wymio working their way forward to try to distract.
Yeah, we see Heavy and Engineer running on it. No one's there to defend. Medic's got to jump on it. Is going to die. Scout's there just in time. Will actually get defense. Mini Sentry and Engie coming in. A lot of hit scan damage, but they're all dying. It's just Emily. Get those sticks on Emily. Emily goes down. It's just KJ out here. Solo defending it in the corner. Will go down. 11-minute time. 7-minute offense needs to take that last point. A 7-minute defense for RunItBack, I should say. And that was a great salvage of their terrible first 4 points to make that into an 11-minute defense. That is extremely doable for the side of RunItBack.
Absolutely. I'm kind of still in awe about how a couple of those fights happened, but we have an opportunity here, RunItBack, to try to take another round. 11 minutes, totally doable for them.
The best part about that Spy Force, by the way, onto the Fist Heavy, who's just on cart, is in comms, Emily just goes, I forced their med, and her team is like, nice, great job. And in their minds, like, oh, she went up and revolved the med 2 times and got him at 30 HP. Nah, just walked up at a heavy.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really great point. I'm definitely gonna want to rewatch that clip at some point. We have these crit traps, and look at Wymio. Look at this gun placement. Defensive gun outside the tunnel. Not something you see very often.
She built this here last time and then pulled it back. I'm not sure exactly why. I think she's building here because the ammo's closer, maybe.
Maybe that, maybe also deny an early bomb.
Yeah, it's gonna move back.
You're
Yeah.
right.
She moved it back last time. I think she just does that for the metal to be closer. Either way, we got the defense rolling out here for somebody to help. They have to hold this for 11 minutes to clean up the map 2-0. But if RunItBack can turn things around and get this offense here, they'll be equalizing it at 1 apiece. Crit Trap will take down KJR. That's fine. All these early sacks, no real need to really cast them. But keep in mind, with the RGL format, every match point matters. RunItBack, if they get a match point here, it'll definitely help their playoff chances later in the season. They want this bad.
Oh yeah, 2-1 definitely far better than a 2-0 if you are on the losing side of that. And likewise, instead of somebody help, they really want to make this a 2-0, not a 2-1. You don't want to give up that round early on. This cart continues to move forward with ×3. Emily is lurking with that cloak and dagger, as always. Chalk throwing the sandwich to the demo, keeping that alive. And there you go. We have a sniper v sniper finally happening, as this cart will eventually cap first. It's Timeless who died.
Yeah, we see right now Arbiter trying to get an angle in the tunnel, but getting spammed out around the corner by those explosives. Somebody help is actually tunnel holding right now. They're pulling. They figure their defense time needs to be long enough, so they're pulling out tunnel hold. We haven't seen this in quite a while. The goal here is you force the other team to uber into you into tunnel, and you have a lot of chokes to play around here.
But
so they
Micah
are going to be looking to get the hold forward on them. Arbiter going to go down to that spam, and it's doing its job. Here's the uber exchange right now. Demo and Pyro taking it onto both teams, and Chalk has gone down. Ton of damage coming in for somebody help, doing all the damage, getting kills on RunItBack. They are going to drop Timeless and Wymeo on the back end, but a banner is in here for Sunny, going to help his team get the cleanup, and that tunnel hold first push is successful so far.
Yeah, I am very confused as how that didn't go better for RunItBack. The Spy was able to get in, get the gun with the help of the demo, but they just didn't have the momentum to continue working forward. Arbiter will find another frag onto Sunny there. That's a big one for no banner now defensively, but Emily going in, gets Charizard, no Pyro. It's 10 seconds, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we saw some big kills go for RunItBack in the post where they found the heavy at the very end as well. Now they're going to sack into upper. Good reflect from Poseidon denying that soldier, or from American, excuse me. Poseidon will die from that one, so no banner going to be for the offense. Yeah, they're going to look to defend the cart here. A lot of players scattered around. There's 2 on the cart here. American running at the cart, 2 kills, as well as Caboose getting some damage on there. Caboose will lose his life to the sniper for that one, but somebody help have been able to stabilize here. Both meds on 90%, so just a normal second defense now, just with no gun.
Yeah, Arbiter's got a lot of room to work with here, though, on snipers. Sunny's looking for an arrow down in that side tunnel area, but no gun up quite yet defensively, and I think that might play a difference. Micah, I don't even know how Micah got over there, but he's looking for a play right now onto Caboose, it looks like, going for decloak right now, but they know.
The turn.
The body shot and the
Enforcer goes through the resistance, and here's an Uber through up top right now. Shutter going through. It's just Pyro Uber again. Feels like we've seen that every time. Demo's getting in at the very end. Charizard is caught out, but Chalk walking in from lower has a great angle. Gonna get shreds onto Toad and Fleeble and American. Chalk with that flank play. Gonna be up on the Sunny as well. And now with that, RunItBack are getting into second. They have full control of upper, and that play from Chalk is going to get them the point for free.
Absolutely. Not losing anyone other than your heavy on offense is kind of ideal, really. As pushes go, that was perfect. And we'll see a little bit of an Uber ad here for TJ as long as they continue to build at a solid rate. Here's a very aggressive Poseidon play, though. Still has those gunboats, and now getting bodied by the scout. Biffle has to get one more shot.
Oh, directed! Poseidon winning the MGE up there on Spire Swiftwater. Now we see a collapse coming into lower. Michael Lele and Arbiter going to go down. Country Toe gets stabbed, though. And there's Timeless with a counter snipe onto KJR. No Devil Man for either team right now. It's hit scan on the cart only. We see Rockets destroying that mini sentry, and it is. We see Sunny doing a lot of damage, and there's the level 1 coming in to clear the cart at the very end. It's a medic going for the solo play.
Get the solo.
He has Uber.
He lives. Oh
okay.
My god.
That was super unnecessary, but I give him props for that one.
Dude, that's top 10 plays of the week right there. I don't know how he
down and actually just kept 70%. He's like, you know what? I go for this card cap. It's a valiant attempt, and he will get out alive. And there's the sack coming in finally. All those spawners will overpower somebody help in the end, and the cap is there. 6:45 left for 2 points.
And full Uber as a result for Fleeble and the rest of somebody help to try to hold on to this. I think it is doable for them, especially if they are able to win a quick fight here. Nice and early, find that med kill consistently. Timeless is peeking for it right now, looking for KJ instead, gets absolutely
Michael with the stab as well. A lot of kills for KJ, or for RunItBack right now, and they're getting damage running forward onto the ramp. A pipe does big damage to American and Biffle. They're gonna have to back up here. Micah's walking in, trying to find some shots. Onto Fleeble, not gonna be able to get that stab. And now we see RunItBack with full control of the ramp here. Somebody help probably want to Uber back in. 6 minutes is way too long to hold on last. They need some defense here. And they have an Uber ad. They're trying to... Okay, Wyman's walking out alone. Never mind. Time must get sniped.
Not
American got psyched into...
it's all falling apart.
Wait, it's a two-man Uber in the back? Okay, they get TJ. I mean, sure, their man's gonna die too.
No way.
People kill Bynes because he's so dead. He knows it. And okay, sure.
Okay, 545 with no Uber and no gun, and KJ's just walking forward, but he gets deleted. Timeless with 2. Finally going down to Charizard, but look at this card. This is
I can understand what
to
somebody helped wanted to do there. You want to Uber out together with a flank and try to deny card. It clearly was not like the best execution there, but I can appreciate the thought. We see a banner in from Sunny actually does big work in clearing out these carts and getting early kills, so with that we see a stabilization here. TJ went down again. Who was it? I didn't see actually.
I could not tell you. I was looking and I didn't see how it happened here. But at the end of the day, what really matters is that card. Oh, really?
That's a big Uber ad, yeah. 90% for Fleeble comparing to TJ, even though TJ died, 90 is big, so somebody help with that full Uber advantage to have on defense means they're not in threat for a while. Micah gonna probably want to try and tap the cart as much as possible, is looking for an angle on the ramp here. I think they know about him.
Yeah, can Micah get the demo here?
Looking
demo or the
it.
sap? He's gonna go for
it.
the demo, gets him! And living?
Yeah, Liv's too.
Trying to chase them down. Oh, we'll find the frag, and there's Timeless
Gun
picking
went
up
down, too.
Arbiter. Yeah.
I could open up some sack possibilities. You see Chalk walking in right, gonna get burned really low by Americans, so either way, we're fine here. Gun's gonna need to get rebuilt, but still for Uber for Fleeble. TJ has not spontaneously combusted, meaning they will have shortly soon. 85% for them. There is being called by the spine. There's a level 3 on the ramp for Grin, so that's gonna be really big in post.
I absolutely saw that dropping down onto cart. Now a risk here for the
up
side
the
of
ramp
something
right
else.
now.
Yeah, here
Uber
it comes. It's just
exchange.
KJ and TJ here trying to find a frag, and this scout is just waiting for the Uber to fill. But here's the, pushing onto cart. TJ going down to Emily instead. With this gun now, he's looking to find some frags offensively. No, it's not in the right position, actually going down. This last hold is going to go through. A little bit of a lag here means the round eventually will end. But for now, somebody help holding on.
Yep, and the Rebel going down in post right there means no scout to run onto it. We see Caboose with Fist gonna get an overheal, defending this with his life. Oh my god! Well, apparently his life wasn't worth very much. American types pain in the chat. And yeah. Okay, they're 9-man sacking. Let's go. It's almost in. It's a lot of damage from both sides. Level 2 is set up actually to defend. It's so close. KJ, oh, the gun stops him in his tracks.
No way!
Rhino's gun saves the day. It finally goes down to go in shotgun, but Caboose is back. He will not go in the pit this time. And there we go. A team wipe. Run it back.
How? How? Dude, my mind is melting.
Okay,
watching
10
this.
seconds. Micah needs to touch this just so it doesn't roll back. It's 8 seconds. Micah, please just sack your life to tap it. If you stand on it, if someone's on it, it should reset the timer.
It sure will here. It's crucial that they do snap onto Arbiter from Emily. There's Micah getting it.
Oh, Caboose is one. Caboose gets taken down, but Rebel's down as well. No one's fast enough to go to cart. They're getting mulched. There's so much damage available. It's a level 2 gun and a soldier and
Emily wants
above.
KJ though. Oh, Emily just barely missed timing the play. Could have gotten demoed there. KJ now walking forward. He's gonna cap it with the. Oh, he gets heated forward, but he can't quite get it. Oh, that's the cap. Look at that.
What did we just watch?
I could not tell you. This is definitely a wacky one here.
Oh
we
my
will
god.
now be going to a third half. Oh boy.
Swiftwater is the best Highlander map because no map gets as stupid as this one. Steel maybe is the only one that can get as stupid, but like... That was just something.
The stupidity and the amount of water I've had to drink means I'm going to excuse myself for the bathroom. I'm going to let you take a crack at logs while I go. Best of luck.
I have to break down this show by myself.
Just sure do. I'm sorry. I'll be back as fast as I can.
Okay, we got logs up here. What do we got? Arbiter, 22 kills. Who was the top fragger? KJR, 25. KJR with 25. Again, 430 DPM. Country Toad did bring it up a bit, 370, but KJR being the carry, that run it back need. 25 and 10 is an insane stat line. His second least stats on his team, only to his medic. TJ dying less times than Fleeble in that half. If you win, that's how it's going to go. So definitely good adaptations all around. Rebel 230 DPM. Biffle compared to his 300 DPM in the first round is only at 200 now. So very clearly the hit scan of somebody help was not able to get nearly as much space as they were before. So that's a bit unfortunate for them. Emily not having nearly as much of a breakout performance, only half the frags that she got in the first half. So that was definitely a contributor into how Somebody Help was not able to take this half. Micah came in, did okay for himself. Let's see. I'll check the heal stats again. Kills were 138 to 117 in favor of Run It Back this time. So yeah, just average things you see. Average time to build for TJ, 43 to 41 for Fleeble. There was one really big thing on second where they built really badly, but after that, there wasn't really anything that bad, so TJ able to keep up for the rest of the map. Heals are still similar. Caboose is getting more heals than Country Toad. Rebel's getting no heals at all. So yeah. SVS stats, for those of you curious, 5 for Arbiter, 4 for Timeless, so very even. What else we got here? 1 drop for Fleeble. What was that drop? I don't remember seeing that drop. TJ avoided a drop with a saw. Oh yeah, it was the crater from Poseidon on the last sack, so... How'd he get... Dolphins telling me he just jumped and fell, because I didn't see it, but how'd he get so low? It had to be... Because Poseidon got the kill credit first. I think Poseidon, like, rocketed him. Dolphin is informing me that it wasn't a bomb that caused Fleeble the crater. It was a spam rocket from Poseidon which did damage, and then Fleeble backed off a corner and died. So that would have been really funny to see that happen. I hope he got... I know he got that on cam because he has cheat feed, but I'm gonna go back and watch that eventually so I can laugh about it, as well as the other things I can laugh about in this game.
There certainly have been plenty of laughable moments because this is, I mean, there are 3 or 4 fights that I would like to see uploaded to the YouTube channel. The exclamation point YouTube in chat, check it out. There's a lot of great content being put up on there, but I'd like to see those uploaded individually from the highlights in the VOD, because I just need to see those individually over and over again to try to make sense of what it was.
Yep, and with that, we're tied at 1-1, so Run It Back able to even up the score, get their match point, and get a chance at winning the match even. Somebody Help not going to be happy about that at all. I'm sure they feel like they should have been 2-0ing that, especially after they capped 4 points in 4 minutes, but unfortunately their last push took 7 minutes to come through, and they were not able to match that time on their defense. They were short about 1.5 to 2 minutes, I believe, so pretty similar rounds in both regards in time, but, you know, everything else, completely different story. Just second half turned into a clown show. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, so many moments in that round were just completely disconnected from what the game should look like at its top level, but hey, that's the craziness that makes the game fun.
Yeah, it's crazy is certainly the best word for it, but, you know, we all know what it's like to lose in those moments, to feel, you know, so desperately that you should have won it, and to lose nonetheless. It's definitely not great. But there's an opportunity here for either team to win it, and now that it's guaranteed to be a 2-1, 2-1, obviously, a little bit more intense to see who gets the win in terms of match points for the rest of the season.
Godfather or Dolphin, do one of you know how the match points are distributed for 2-1 on payload?
I believe it's 2 and 1, if I'm not mistaken. I think it might be that simple. I could be very wrong, but I think it's that simple.
Let me see if any teams last week had a 2-1 on Vigil.
We have so many admins in chat, but we really should know this.
Yeah, well, should is different from nothing. We should know it. Yeah, it looks like it's just 2-1. Okay, so one match point is on the line here.
Yes, it is 1 match point, and towards the end of the season, that 1 match point becomes a lot more important than some teams may realize. I'm proud of myself for getting that right, by the way. You know, with Koth, it's definitely a bit of hand-wavy magic, at least for someone who doesn't understand it fully, but it's pretty simple here on payload.
Definitely very simple. And 1 match point, like you mentioned, big deal later in the season when the playoff standings get solidified and teams make it out, depending on whether or not they have that 1 match point. So Somebody Help, they're currently in the 3rd place spot, which is as high as we're expecting them to be able to go with the top 2 teams. So dropping around here, definitely not what they wanted. They wanted to be able to separate themselves from the middle of the pack teams and get a decisive playoff spot, 3rd seed if they could, to go up against the 2nd instead of the 1st in playoffs first round. But Did not happen. RunItBack managed to make a point for themselves, get into this game, and give themselves a better chance at playoffs. They're sitting in 5th seed right now, behind Yacht Club by minuscule amounts of match points, so
For sure.
they'll be able to put themselves a bit closer with this.
Speaking of those, oh, I'm watching pregame frags. That's a beautiful air shot by Sonny. Anyway, what I was going to say is, speaking of those first and second seeded teams, you know, it's Don't Press Tab, and I'm really upset at myself for forgetting the name. Man Crush Monday, MCM, thank you. I believe those two teams are facing off on Product next week, so that will almost certainly be our casted match a week from now. Certainly turn in to see how that one goes, because they haven't, I mean, I haven't seen any logs from either of the teams, but I also haven't been looking, but that's really perhaps a great look at what's going to be happening in playoffs and even grand finals at this rate.
The Dolphin says he can replay the med drop on stream, and I definitely want to see that, so go do that while we're stalling again.
I'm going to be watching it. I want to see this. No, I reloaded successfully doing so. Finding that kill onto Rebel.
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay, so I'm watching my phone right now because I have the stream on my phone instead of my other monitor because I don't want to have more resources being used. So I'm just looking down, waiting for this drop. I'm sure it'll be glorious.
No, he literally falls! What?
Alright, I got this. Damage, and oh, he
literally just falls. He jumps and dies.
Okay, but why is the heavier part not standing in front of the shutter? Why is someone not watching the shutter?
I am.
Soldier should not get 2 70 damage rockets out of the shutter.
No, he should not. But somehow managed to. And then
just like how with Emily's force, like, oh, I forced them. I'm sure that was a great play. Besides, like, I dropped the med. Oh, did you bomb and avoid the hit scan and get the 2 sync? Nah, I just shot rockets in a straight line and the med killed himself.
It's at least making it entertaining here for us. But this has been overall a fairly fun match to watch. 2-1 will end up being our final score, but 1-1 right now, waiting for these teams to ready up. I mean, I didn't get to take too big of a look at logs. Hey, we're readying up. Let's go.
There's nothing I love more than casting Swiftwater. It goes 3 halves. Every push takes 10 minutes, and each halftime is 15 minutes. Nothing more I love than that. What time is it right now?
The funniest thing is we started this one early, and Zach and I were both like, "How? Wait, we're starting 8 minutes early? Yeah. What is this?" And then Karma's a jerk. If you will, and comes back to bite us.
If we're lucky, we get our pause for 10 minutes in the middle of this half. That would just make this a complete chaos.
No, I have to be quiet at some point soon. I don't want to make you doing a solo cast, but let's get into this one. This is the final half for this week 3 matchup. We had the crit traps, as we've seen every time so far. Miami is building up their gun. It's going to be somebody help starting out on defense. Not having seen a flog on the pyro yet tonight.
Alright, well, we do know our relevant offense-defense stats is that the defending team is one of your own so far, so by that logic, game's over. Somebody help win. By real logic, I have no idea what's going to happen.
And neither do I, but we'll soon find out. Door is about to open. See who gets the opening pick for this final half. Chalk working his way forward, but, you know, it's just going to be some sacks early on as the cart moves forward.
Yep. And now we see Crit Sticky is about to get detonated here. Jump on the roof. Kadjar is going to force him off. Here's Poseidon following it up. Poseidon has no banner. There's first frag of the round. Took a lot longer than previously, but we'll get that one in his favor. So I don't see where Sunny is right now. I'm guessing he's running a banner because he always is this map, so that'll be good to charge up. He hasn't died yet either, so should have a bit in the tank.
Absolutely. Those banners we've mentioned a couple times so far have been super impactful. I also don't see Sunny. Now I do. What are they on? Bat backup is the answer. Spamming with their black box right now. Added sustain as well on the flank fight. Certainly helpful. But now it's going to be another push through this connector. Angle had that sniper posted up and watching with the Demoman crouching right inside. And there's the pick onto Charizard. You can't push now because that Pyro cannot stop. And it is basically free for another 10 seconds.
So they could try and just counter-force if they want to force and move tunnel. It's not stopping them, but if they want to like go for upper control, not having Pyro to counter Pyro is a big deal. But Mike can go down to a headshot. Timeless finding him out early before we can make a play. So no gun, sap, or enforcer available. This gun's going to be full strength if they decide to go.
Yep, and Timeless can just post up right behind it. I mentioned it earlier.
Oh, they're gonna go.
Finding that
Ubering in
kill onto
Charizard.
Arbiter.
Okay,
Yeah.
Charizard jumps out into lower. That's actually a good flank. They're not gonna have the dome in here. It's a solo onto Pyro, and Charizard's in behind here. If no one's careful, Charizard could do work.
Biffle's
Will
in
get
trouble?
found out
Oh.
just in time. Biffle gonna take him down. Chalk getting cleaned up by Caboose in the upper. Rebel gets sniped as well, and that's a good hold from somebody help. I like the interesting play from RunItBack to have your Pyro jump out the window and flank, but it just got caught out. I like the idea, but that's not. In the end, that just doesn't work if team's looking at it. Pyro just dies hit scan.
Yep, and now Micah
He's also forced
lurking
the gun.
behind. But Micah's gonna be looking for this gun. Yeah, he's gonna get it, I think. I
Oh,
don't
he
think,
can't find last shot through the floorboards. Will finally get it as KJR gets sniped by Timeless. Timeless on a 6K right now, and Demoman being down means it's really hard for RunItBack to push, even if there is no gun.
Yep, here's the aggression moving forward though from the blue team. It's mostly through tunnel onto cart, so they're gonna be subjected to a ton of spam. Chalk has those fists out, but Emily's right there waiting by the exit, finds the stab, so this really isn't going the way of RunItBack right now. Somebody help, able to have a pretty solid time.
Rebel and Micah have control of the side house, and they're going to take a fight, but there is an Uber in through main at the same time. We see KJR jumping up, getting floated, gets flashed at 1 HP. Great flash by TJ there to keep his Demo Man alive, but KJR gets cleaned up on the back anyway, and Emily in the back and a stab. TJ and then Revolver down Arbiter. Great cleanup from the spy of somebody
Charizard
help.
now!
Tons
Charizard's
of kills
gonna get the
going
medic!
over.
Oh, Fleeble finds the health kit. That's
Fleeble gonna get
crucial.
out with his life, and now somebody help have retained their lead on this point. They are staying alive, and Fleeble's life means they're gonna have a 40% advantage, and however much he's gonna build as well, gonna come in as well.
Micah time decloaking onto Timeless will finally find that, shutting down Timeless. And we also saw that bad
Oh
backup
my god,
come out.
flared.
Yeah, we saw that bad
Okay,
backup
Biffle
come
just
out.
lost
Sunny
him, he was
though.
on fire.
You know, a lot of room.
Sack
But
onto
Micah's
cart right now.
decloaked again.
Through main, a lot of damage is onto both sides. Chalk is 1 HP, but no one can get on the cart in time, and RunItBack are gonna funnel out of tunnel and get that point capped easily. So now we see kills going in, all the cleanup coming across. They did only lose 3 on that one, RunItBack, so they have the chance to go forward and spawn camp the shutters.
Yeah, getting a good spawn camp here is actually going to be extremely helpful for RunItBack if
they
they are
can't get there in
successful,
time.
but they
They're gonna
can't.
be able to
Yeah,
walk
they
out.
can't do it. Emily
Yeah.
now able to escape and be a looming threat. And although Country Toad can't escape either, so no demo.
They're gonna choose to go back. Yeah, they don't want to force anything and risk getting solo on the fourth. Fourth is the better hold historically. Well, I feel like that's somewhat true and somewhat not true, where like, yes, the point can be very easy to hold, but teams can get stopped on third really badly if things go wrong. So either way, they're choosing to hold fourth. I can respect the decision. Now we're gonna have somebody help trying to get in here. Chalk can get sniped early, but there is a 50% ad for TJ due to that late death.
Yeah, that late death and the Uber, as you just mentioned, most likely going to be a pretty powerful asset here, but Fleeble at 75 and building fast, so they got to go quickly if they're going to go
they
at
can't
all,
go
and
anymore.
Timeless just shoots KJ, who's sitting alone on cart. Emily spotting up from that fence, likely called that assassination in, and now, as I just mentioned, Fleeble's going to have this Uber for the exchange.
That headshot from Timeless buying his team a full defense on this one, but that said, he's going to lose the SVS to Arbiter right before the push is about to happen, so now we see RunItBack getting over to the house, trying to cross over and get onto the cart for the Uber. Country Toad gets taken a run and can't get the arrow in time. KJR snipes him out, and now it's a Uber onto American, pretty much trying to force this back, but they've lost a bunch of space. Sunny is into the Conjurer. It's not a backup, but it will help his team get movement speed and healing. KJR is going to go down to that air shot, but Sunny will burn in return. There's Timeless with a headshot onto Charizard as Biffle gets a clean up onto Poseidon. There's a ton of damage in from both sides, and now Chalk is on the head glitch doing some work, but Rebel going to get taken down by Caboose on the back end. Chalk as well going down to Biffle, and the hit scan comes in. Shotgun Duo gets 4 kills on the back end, and somebody help hold fourth.
Yeah, it wins 359 through 3, which is by no means a terrible time, and now we've seen 1 successful, 2 successful holds from somebody help. Losing their demo early, though, to that Micah stab, was lurking behind throughout that fight and goes in at the right moment. Now no engineer as well defensively. Not a good situation for the side of somebody help.
Sunny has space in yard here. He's going to take the pack and jump back to his team. I'm not sure how close. He has a conch, so they're going to have conch to look to repush here. They're going to get the movement speed. They have time to push out. Timeless has gotten sniped, so they are down. Here's the Uber in. If they can get to the car with the move speed, that'd be big. They're trying to collapse on the combo, get some kills.
Gotta touch
Chalk
cart!
will go down early, but no one's on the cart. They can't get to it. They focus the combo instead, and with that, we see RunItBack capping onto fourth here. And TJ gets the pack as well. 100 HP. Good play from RunItBack there.
Yeah, holding onto that Uber, this is, I mean, it's a great position right now for RunItBack to be able to cap this one out. It was 601 through 4. as we can all see, and with Micah finding a
Micah's
nice
in.
early pick, and he's looking for
How
another.
do you let him get that?
Again!
He walked
How
up
do you do
so
that?
long. Caboose and Sunny were both looking at him when he does it. The disguise fooled them. And without no demo man to put stickies on the car, RunItBack are going to walk it in here up the ramp with Uber. Look at Biffle. He's stuffing that. He wasted half the Uber, but they need to get on the car. There is a conch out. They need to get down onto
Touch
it,
it, soldier!
though.
Oh, he does it! Sonny is so big right now. He gets onto the cart just in time, and Caboose is outputting so much damage. They're gonna hold
That's a
this.
sneeze away. Micah, try and get the deep hook. American needs to be on it. Micah, he's going for a stab. Instead, he could just cap it. Look
Micah
at the car. There's no one on
the
it.
gun almost killed him.
He went for timeless instead of winning the round. Oh, I can't get behind that decision.
Shame.
There was no one on the cart. The pyro left it greedily, and now Caboose is on there with fists. His back is the other direction now, so he doesn't get stabbed. He's taking damage. I think that also. Oh,
Caboose! How does he not? Oh, he gets it!
That was insane. The rockets from Poseidon and the Wrangler from Grin, excuse me, blasted the heavy off the cart. All that displacement put him off the cart, and Micah timed his decloak so that when he fell off the cart, he capped it. It might be a pause. It looks like a pause.
Oh my lord. Tack pause here. But yeah.
That was insane. All the damage, all the displacement from the rockets and the Wrangler made it so Chalk just flew off there. There's no weapon for the heavy to stop displacement, so ended up just falling down, and Micah taking advantage and getting the capture there. 7:17 through 5. That's a very, very good time for RunItBack. The fastest push we've seen today.
Yeah, overall though, still just that's really fast with this map. So well done there. And now somebody help. You know, they looked so clean in the first half. Second half a little less so, and now allowing that to happen against them. Maybe Micah has been the difference maker, but we would have to take a look at odds for those, and can't do that quite yet. Have to wait for post game, but I'm enjoying looking at all these floating players right now.
Yeah, and like I mentioned in the downtime, it'd complete the cast if we had a pause here. We're gonna go into the 11 p.m. hours.
Oh my god!
So
my next door neighbors are gonna get mad at me real soon, so I might have you taking over a lot of these intense moments.
Yep, and now we get to wait. Fantastic. I wonder if there's any half logs out, Dolphin. Are there any half logs out?
I don't think those are a thing, are they?
Alright, so no updating logs page. We don't have those for you. We have the scoreboard. I can take a look at that one. We see Rebel, 32 points on offense on Scout, capturing the point at record pace.
Wymeo did not have an opportunity to get a good defense set up past the second point, really. That's something
defensive
I noticed.
engineer at 8 points means a couple things. It means you're not getting people to teleport in. You're not getting your gun to get any kills. Your dispenser isn't healing very much. You just don't have a good setup, so... Yeah, I mean, that happens when you get capped on in Swiftwater in 7:20. 7:20, by the way, is an above average time, I'd say. Like, Swiftwater, 6 is on the fast side, 7 is above average, 8 is looking, like 8 to 9 looking a bit average. After 9 minutes, you're getting into long territory. Yeah, definitely a very good time for RunItBack to set the pace for this last half. They're putting themselves in good position to actually win the match here.
Absolutely, and getting that 2-1 win will certainly take them long ways into the playoff picture. We've mentioned this time and time again on these casts. It's so crucial to get early season round wins, if not game wins. And right now, RunItBack at least securing another round or another point here for the rest of the season. And we have the unpause.
God, the explosion happened at the end. I was not expecting that one.
But now it means we will have 7 minutes left in the cast here, and my HUD is extremely broken.
Yeah, I got a HUD reload real quick.
60 seconds.
I had red players on blue. It's not another. Oh, it's another. My lord. Well, we can see what people are rolling out with at least.
God, I don't want to stall anymore.
We're going to anyway. It's crit streak on defense.
We gotta.
On pyro
offensively. They're just putting some crit sticks down.
Hopefully that's not Dolphin's power going out.
That's
but I think it's
bottlenose bot.
Hey, it's Dolphin's computer updating as it does in all good RGL casts. Technical difficulties.
Wait, so are we still live then?
Yes, we are still live to answer Zach's question. Second monitor, or second computer to run the graphics. Just gone to sleep. But now, through the chaos, we are finally here. Never mind. The timer ran down and we're still paused. I lied. But now we're unpaused, so it's perfect.
Gotta
anyway.
hard reload again to get the timer back. There we go, 49 seconds left in setup. Hopefully, there's no more delays. I don't want any more delays. Characters are floating. We see KJR doing the floaty demo, man. What happened? Everyone's sliding around like they're chess pieces.
It's beautiful. And my lighting is also severely glitched. It seems as though everybody from RunItBack is in the shadows. But anyway, through this setup, it's going to be the standard. We've seen it already twice tonight. Yeah, not really too much else to say for this third half.
Okay, somebody help need to push this in 7:17. That's something they haven't been able to do so far. It's a very good time that RunItBack set for them. That said, when the onus is on you to push in 7:17, you know exactly what you have to do, what plays you have to make. I mentioned this before where some teams prefer defending first. Even if the time isn't good, at least you have an idea what you need now. And the gate's going to drop, somebody help, looking to get out. Hopefully they don't have a cart disaster again where they'd lose 8 people to a sniper and lose 30 seconds on first. That would be disastrous with a time this short.
And we have the pauses finally there. Poseidon dying.
No defensive ban is actually important.
Yeah, that's going to be real big later on as the fight progresses. And Chalk going down again. That's 2 opening defensive kills, or offensive picks rather, onto the defense. And Timeless is posting up for another one. Arbiter is 9 health, and he'll go down too. No defensive sniper. This is looking great right now for RunItBack.
That was
another
the
pause
goes
goes
through. They asked to pause because the sniper was disconnected apparently.
And Arbiter now reconnected, ready to fight after dying there.
Yeah,
Fleetwood's up to 6 health and he dies. He drops to Micah.
That's a massive play from Micah to get that med drop. You normally can never get the stab because everyone's looking for it. You can get a 3-shot. And when Micah finds that drop, that is insane. Somebody help now. They need to get this force now.
Yeah, it is now or never really for somebody help to find TJ and find the force. If not, a drop. They're going to be getting ready to go through upper. Got to be careful with those sticks above the door as well as below. Pyro doing his best to protect Timeless here.
Timeless is in through main now.
What is this?
He's trying for the god shot, right? Which he played tunnel every other round on offense, but he's trying for the pick there because they need the force. They got the force. Okay, all the sack through. They got the force in the end, and Feeble is building pretty well, 65%. So somebody help, not completely out of the game yet, but that push delay that Micah afforded them is going to be a big decider here. They need to make the second push work first time.
Absolutely, it's no room for error when you have such little time left. Emily getting taken down by Poseidon, no spy for the offense to try to find a pick with, but this full Uber for them to work with, and they're going to use it in here, trying to gun down the demo. TJ isolated.
They're giving it up for free. Charizard was not on the shutter at all to defend that. Their flank is being left up to dry. Replicator and Precise get killed for free. I don't accept that at all for RunItBack. That's how you lose matches like this. You can't just give them ground for free. At least have Charizard try to push back. At least try to heal people who are trying to defend the cart. They just gave them second.
They really did, and now Micah taking a 1v1 versus Country Toad. Cloaking, looking for the gun down.
He's just gonna open fast.
Yeah.
You're not that equipped to fight that as Demo Man, so we'll get to his team. Okay, I'm admonishing them for that decision. It still could pay off here. They have Uber advantage for RunItBack. If they can get 1 or 2 holds on the next 2 points, they'll still win the match. That said, somebody help now have a window in this game. 4:30 through 3 is very doable, especially once they get this Uber soon. They're gonna get their spawners up, they're gonna try and make this work, and if they can get these pushes going in order and maybe a potential snowball, they'll be in position to win.
We've seen them snowball through a couple of points, so it is certainly possible. Mike Lele is looking right now behind to find that, but we have a defensive Uber popping in. TJ deciding to take this so aggressively, and now Americans doing their best to stop this.
They saved all their players.
They're going to get it as TJ falls. Timeless, really the only consolation prize is along with Wymeo, but now it's kind of falling apart. Feeble in trouble, Caboose going down. Country Toad will fall first. I don't know how that fell apart.
Out of here. Okay, pause again.
No, my lord.
Okay, the post was super chaotic. There were people on opposing sides of the map. People got cleaned up by all sorts of weaponry and matters. And in the end, it is a numbers advantage for RunItBack. That said, their medic got put in a respawn timer. He'll be up shortly after the pause. Fleeble has Biffle on beam. No one else is near them. If they can run Fleeble out, then this will be advantageous on this point for somebody help. With that push, by the way, Run It Back were trying the same thing that they did in the first half that worked out so well, where they got that medic pick early. Unfortunately for them, Fleeble got Uber just in time because of how fast he builds. So with that, they were able to salvage it, save some players, and because they did chase down TJ, that ended up favorable for them. We are going to unpause here. I have to... okay, we're paused again. Great.
I was so ready to type in HUD_reload scheme.
Apparently we have a server issue now. Micah is staring at a 56 HP med while his is at a disadvantage here. 2 revolver shots at this range, you think?
He's gotta hit them real good.
You gotta hit him in a row so the mech doesn't regen enough.
Yeah, he can't hit one, miss one, hit one. I think that wouldn't do enough from this range. But if he hits 2, especially walking forward, that might just be med down.
Yeah, that'd negate the disadvantage here. As server issues are persisting, that's fine. We've been through a bunch of pauses already. We can stall for a bit longer. I'm sure our viewers love it.
Tac pauses, dude. That's all it is. And there is the tactical unpause as well.
Oh, it doesn't hit them.
Yikes.
That's unfortunate for Micah. Fleeble will get out with this Uber ad. Going to be charging onto Biffle here. And somebody help. They have a teleporter as well, so they'll be able to get back into action somewhat shortly. I heard a banner go off. I don't know whose it was. I'm guessing it'd be Poseidon's.
I did not see it. Oh, they're holding it right now. That is Poseidon. He is holding on to
a battalion.
their
That's very
battalions. Big. Yeah, that is going to be super important for this defensive hold. I'm not sure if my HUD is correct right now, so I'm going to reset that.
I just reloaded mine. We got 3:20 left on the clock. This push has to work now. Banner goes off for Run It Back. They are getting some space forward, taking some aggression, doing some damage. Why am I going to go down? Poseidon with that banner is not killable just yet. Will go down in the end. Emily gets Arbiter before getting wrangled down by Grin. And now we're going to see aggression from somebody help into IT. Red Room, they are going to have Uber popping out onto lower. Cart has 1 player on it. They need more cart time, though. It's 3 minutes left. They're going to get this point. Run It Back opting to go back into fourth. They have Uber. TJ is alive. That's a good decision. Somebody help need to get this force now if they want to have a chance at fourth.
Yeah, where is the soldier jumping forward? We need to see Sunny going big, and here he goes, trying to find it. He does get it. That is exactly what I was talking about. Finding that force is going to be crucial. 2:36 to go to cap these next 2 points out.
Oh, TJ gets sniped! Timeless is alone in the house! What a god play from him to get forward and get that aggression. They are going to look to walk forward now onto Cart here. Timeless is on the right side still. Didn't get picked out for his aggression. And now somebody help regrouping, getting some heals together, looking to walk forward.
And the question is, as the most recent pauses will start to show up in our chat, are they able to make anything work with this as Fleeble goes down to Poseidon? No, you want to see.
Yep, they're going to lose their meds. Somebody help lose a lot of players. 6 down on their side. Emily going down as well, going for that pick, and everything collapses right there. A bunch of aggression from different angles from Run It Back is able to turn the advantage back in their favor. It's 150 for 2, and they're not going to have Uber advantage ever in this match left unless they can get another med pick. I love that gun from Grin. That's so off angle, they're not going to see it. They have to focus it down now. It's getting Rescue Ranger. They need to put more focus on it, and they do eventually take it down. There is a lot of damage on all sides, though. Timeless is in the house.
Fleeble 21 health! Oh, just tickle him down right now, and it will be a med death. They're not going to be able to find it quite yet. Here's a little bit of aggression from the defense, though, as the Uber is popped out. Very aggressive play here, but so far unsuccessful with 119 to play. I think Run It Back has this.
Yep, they're going to eventually be able to take this one. Fleeble only 65%. We're getting close to the time where it's impossible to push it. They'd have to ×3 it from now until the very end if they want to have this match, but they're not going to be able to do that with Run It Back standing opposite of them. We see people moving forward onto Cart. KJ are going to get the stickies onto Sunny as Poseidon is traded back. We see Run It Back now. They're going to say, let's go last. We have enough time here. Fleeble does have Uber, though. This is technically still possible if they get ×3 all the way, but anyone diving on Cart will stop this.
Yeah, they really just got a team wipe. Finding Guimeo,
okay,
you know, less pushing.
Helps Emily, best way to win this.
How did Emily do that? As they go
okay, I don't like that for Emily dying now. Help's best way to win this is to 9-man Cart, Uber onto American, and have American air blast the entire team up. That's the best way they can win this. It's TJ has Uber now, so he'll be able to save as many players as possible. The Cart needs to get down the hill. It's only ×2 right now.
They're
He's
off
on
of it.
fire. He needs a pack. He's trying to get back onto the cart. We see Uber forced out early from the side. They're trying to get onto the cart with distraction, but instead of 9-manning onto it, they're going a normal way. But there's not enough time for the normal way. People collapsing on either side, but there's too many people alive. It's 7 seconds left. They need more cart time. They need people to die,
It's
but it was
over.
Poseidon to defend it. Rebel as well. Not enough time left, and that will be RunItBack taking the 2-1 victory.
Wow, you know, not what we were expecting to see here, but at the end of the day, RunItBack had just a very clean third half push, and as a result, finding that win.
And that got a lot closer in the end than it had to due to all the time that they gave up, but in the end, they knew what they had to do. They got it. They had secured the last defense and were able to win the match. I don't like that RunItBack, or excuse me, that Somebody Help chose to not 9-man cart when they had that little time left. There's not enough time left to do a full standard push, hope you can win post and get the cart tapped in the end. There just wasn't enough time for that.
For sure. And I'll begin trying to find vlogs in just a second. Thank you, Dolphin. As soon as I say it, brings them up. But before people start to flood out, I do want to mention huge shout out to engineer.tf, because that's where I'm going to be going to find an archive of all of the demos from both Sixes and Highlanders so I can watch back this very chaotic match. Be sure to check out their archive over at engineer.tf. But now, let's take a look at logs.
Anyway, the logs pulled up. We see Timeless is the top fragger on Sniper this time for Somebody Help. Unfortunately, couldn't carry his team across the finish line of that one. Arbiter only 6 frags. I think that's the first half that Arbiter actually didn't do well. So, did not do well on that front. But the rest of RunItBack were able to get together and play with that one. We see Poseidon actually tied Timeless in frags. Poseidon did a ton of work on Soldier. Even though his damage isn't the highest, only 280, was always alive. Got the banner out. That's exactly what I wanted from him. Get the banner out. Be a big influence to your team. Help them win the big fights.
For sure. Definitely an impactful player. Top damage. KJ has consistently been putting out so much damage. Even in the round he
the
lost.
damages actually are
They're
lower. They're skewed lower because of the pauses.
But
Pauses
they're
count more time.
they're still right in order. So 360 might not be the exact number because of pause skewing it, but definitely outputting a ton of damage over the entire match. Shout out to him for that.
Ooh, what a match! Long,
Yeah,
3 halves
pretty much.
into 11 p.m. Eastern. Had our pauses, had our 3 rounds, had 2 of them go over 20 minutes. Exactly what you have on a Swiftwater week.
Shout out to the correct score guessers. Only 5 of them there. Because as we mentioned, technically an upset. So congrats to RunItBack for taking that 2-1 win, and we'll certainly be putting them in. Excuse me, just dropped something. Put them in better position for the rest of this season moving forward.
Yep, not much more to say. Logs are pretty straightforward. The frags were about even, by the way, which, considering the game went down to 10 seconds on the ramp, that makes sense. Damage pretty close. Somebody Help actually out damaged, but had less Ubers, which they rushed. That's just how it turned out in the end.
Yeah, for sure. But with that, any shoutouts from you?
No, not really.
Well, I was hoping you had some.
I'll shout out Dolphin for being great at production as well, going through all the delays, all the issues that we have, and just trucking through them, being great at what he does.
For sure, and shout out to you, Zach and Dolphin. This is, if we were going for 45 minutes, then it would be 1 year since my first RGL cast, and that was with you. So, again, thank you guys for having me here. Again, shout out to engineer.tf for that demo archive I previously mentioned. Do seriously go check it out. It is fantastic. Great resource to use. But with that, this has been RunItBack versus Somebody Help, a Invite Season 9 Week 3 matchup. RunItBack takes it 2-1. My name's Godfather. I was joined by Zag on the mic, Dolphin behind the scenes. Have a great night.